Aloha and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jake and I'm an artist who talks all things movies and TV while I make a rug. In today's video, we're talking Jordan Peele's Nope. It's the 10th episode of Tufting Talk, so while I'm breaking down this movie, we're gonna be making a rug. This one's a little interpretive, a little modern, a little abstract, but I think you're gonna like it. So stick around to the end to watch me take this rug from this to this. Let's get rugging. This movie is freaky. And later, I'll talk about why this movie is so scary. Maybe it's because it hits a little too close to home. Major spoiler alert, but it's been a few weeks now, so if you haven't seen it, I mean, come on. Now, Nope, she's an acquired taste. Not everybody liked it, but I thought it was a pretty exquisite film. Because even today, I'm still asking questions and wondering how many more times should I see it to try to understand all the little nuances that Jordan put in there. There's a lot to talk about in this movie, like exploiting spectacle and not being able to let go of trauma and even childhood stardom. But I'm gonna focus on three things: Jordan's love affair with Steven Spielberg, the power of three, and the real-life inspirations that make this movie so terrifying. Before we begin, let me give you some trivia. What does Nope stand for? I'll give you the answer at the end of the video. Jordan was inspired by movies who knew how to build tension without giving everything away. A master of this is Steven Spielberg. The most obvious inspiration is Close Encounters of the Third Kind from 1977. In it, the main character Roy comes into contact with an alien ship at the beginning of the movie, and right before that happens, all the power's knocked out. Roy also gets burned by the ship's lights because he was trying to look at it. The main difference between this movie and Nope is that Close Encounters moves slowly, just like the creatures that it's about. Nope moves at a reasonable speed, sometimes even quickly, despite Logan Paul's comments about it being terribly slow. The three ships in Close Encounters fly into the clouds right before a sudden lightning storm that brings all the electricity back to the town. They also use the clouds to disguise themselves, just like the creature in Nope, which we'll talk more about later. The next piece is an anime called Neon Genesis Evangelion from 1995. People piloting robots fight huge mechs called angels who are trying to destroy humanity. The term Evangelion comes from the Greek word for good news or good messenger. In this anime, it's theorized that the angels can be traced back to the first ancestral race. I mean, the first angel is called Adam. It's not confirmed that Jordan Peele pulled any inspiration from this anime, but he did like a tweet, and it could be possible that the alien in Nope was one of the first living things on Earth. It left the planet, evolved, and now is coming back to claim its rightful birthland. It might even be killing people because it thinks that we've gone too far from the OG, that maybe it thinks we're tainted and that we just gotta start all over. Or it could be a senseless alien killing eating machine just doing it for fun and because it's a little hungry. Yeah, it could be that. Jordan pulls from more of Spielberg's material by making references to E.T. and Jaws. The shark in Jaws is not seen all that much, and that is what builds the tension, the unknown. That is scarier than showing what it is. And it worked out for Spielberg because, Bruce, the robotic shark in the movie, they had a lot of problems with him initially. It allows the audience to write questions of their own that Jordan didn't even think about. He's working smarter, not harder, by putting a lot of work into the initial concept, putting out into the world and letting it create a life of its own. And that's Jordan's lane. His power is in the unknown. With this movie, he wasn't trying to create another Get Out or another Us. He was just trying to do something that felt like him while giving props to the greats and creating something that was original and compelling. His power lies in how comfortable he is sitting in the unknown, even if that makes the audience uncomfortable. The viewers don't always love his ambiguity, but it has become his signature situation, and honestly, he answers a lot of questions for us in this movie. I will say that I left the theater pretty satisfied, even though there was a lot of things still spinning around in my brain. Right after it was over, I knew I needed to see it again, which is rare for me. The last movie I felt that way about was Everything Everywhere, which honestly I feel like I need to see about 30 more times to catch everything. Another similarity between Jaws and Nope is the power of three. In Jaws, 3 people are sent off to kill big old Bruce, in a tiny ass boat, by the way. And in Nope, we've got three main characters, OJ, Emerald, and Angel, work together to take down Jean Jacket. Jean Jacket being the name that OJ gives the alien during the movie. Similar to Charmed, they're more powerful together than they are alone. And that power is exactly what they needed to take this bitch down. OJ becomes obsessed with this creature because without his father's direction, he's lost. He's always followed the leader, but never was the leader. But fighting for his life and his land finally helps him realize that he's been a leader all along. He was born a leader, as his family comes from generations of horse trainers. In the beginning, he's very shy, can barely tame a horse. And towards the end, we see him not only taming horses, but people and aliens. He just needed a push from an alien for him to realize the power that was already in him. Similar to the alien, he's mysterious and misunderstood. M uses humor to deflect from the terror that she's experiencing, which is what she does in her life too. She uses comedy to distract herself from how unhappy and unsure she is. She's just kind of been coasting, and this has made her realize not only just how fragile life is, but how important family is. Angel is similar to M in that he's bored with his life. He's looking for excitement and adventure, and that's exactly what he finds when he slips right in there and makes himself part of this mission. He's searching for purpose, and he's just trying to find his way. I mean, his name is Angel, and without him, they wouldn't be able to get the message about this alien out. If only that TMZ guy survived. Looking like something straight out of Urban Outfitters. Yeah, sorry sir, but you were kind of dumb. So in a way, Angel lives up to his name because he's the Geek Squad technician who helps him set up all the cameras in order to capture evidence of the alien. He's also the most relatable character because I would be terrified, but also very curious if I was in this situation. He's also hot, very, very hot, and he's been campaigning Kevin Feige in Marvel Studios to become part of the MCU, and I wholeheartedly support that effort because seemingly you did it. And they're both very gorgeous men, flipping and kicking and slapping. Why can't they slap me? Just right across the face. Just one of these. Ow. Besides being inspired by other movies, there are real-life parallels that make this thing real spooky-ooky. Last year, the Pentagon finally released video of a UFO that pilots came across when doing a run. Finally, this wasn't something plucked from the Travel Channel or Ancient Aliens. This was real evidence confirmed by the government. But it's just making me think, if they released this, they gotta have even crazier shit in their possession. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the day when we make public contact with beings not of this world. And I just hope that when we do, we lead with love and curiosity, not fear and violence. Even though the government is trying to change the name of UFOs to UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, everybody's gonna keep on saying UFOs, okay? I think a lot of our fears surrounding UFOs has to do with the unknown. We don't know what's inside of it. We don't know what they want. After all, it could just be a probe, empty, like we've sent out before. Just investigating, taking inventory, checking things out, seeing a clip of messy reality television, and then flying right out of this bitch because they don't want anything to do with us. So I love that Jordan made the twist of this movie, that the UFO was the alien itself. Now that was something we weren't expecting. Jean Jacket pulls from many different things, including real animals like jellyfish and squid. It camouflages itself in two ways. One, by appearing as a flying saucer, and two, by hiding in the clouds. When we finally see what it really looks like, it's got silky tentacles, and it gets as big as it can, just like real animals do when they're threatened. It gave major Xenon 2 vibes, except those aliens were cute and nice. This one, not so much. It was smart enough to camouflage itself into something familiar to us, kind of like Transformers. When they crashed here, they scanned cars because they knew they'd be able to blend in. Jean Jacket hides itself out in the open by camouflaging itself as a caricature of a flying saucer from the 1950s. Maybe it even watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind when researching Earth, and that's why it chose to hide in the clouds. It thought, good idea, Spielberg, I'm gonna use that. Jean Jacket uses clouds because they're unassuming. One moment they're calm and gorgeous, and the next they're causing severe damage and destruction to everything below. That ties in with the Western idea of angels. Angels being messengers of God and omens, and usually associated, with good things, with light from above. But if you look at the actual depiction of angels in the Bible, they look more like something from another planet, not from heaven. Angels are described as otherworldly. They can move in all directions, and you can't make eye contact with them. What if the angels described in Greek mythology and the Bible are actually aliens like Jean Jacket from another planet, and we've just misinterpreted them as something holy? I mean, I believe in angels, but I believe the good ones we probably can't see with our eyes. It reminds me of Midnight Mass on Netflix, where the preacher mistakenly took a vampire for an angel. He used the Bible to put this evil creature into a context. It made it a blessing and not a curse. But it turned out pretty bad. Yeah, pretty cursed. The same thing happens in Nope when Jupe capitalizes on Jean Jacket's feedings and exploits its spectacle, thinking it's a blessing, until it exploits him. This movie makes us uncomfortable, claustrophobic, and terrified because it hits too close to home. There's just so much that we don't know, and the fact that the government actively works to cover things up, of course to avoid mass panic, I think makes society even more fearful. Because we'd rather just know than not know and write a bunch of narratives about something that it's not, and then be scared of those narratives that we made up in our minds. And that's why this movie is so effective. All we know is there's something out there, and that notion is scarier than anything we could watch on a movie screen. Grab your cowboy boots and saddle up, because it's time for the rug review. If you want to see this rug come to life with augmented reality, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at WildJakey and at Cinerugs. If you enjoyed this video, I've got your next watch right over there. And if you stuck around to the end, I'm going to give you the answer to that trivia question. What does NOPE stand for? Not of planet Earth. Mahalo, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Jake, and I'll see you next time.